you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smooth.
Put me in the game, Coach Smooth. Put me in the game, Coach Smooth.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smooth. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smooth.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Be lagging right now, but hopefully y'all are here with me. Let me get some love, y'all. Yeah. Hopefully we're not lagging. All right, we got a little space. We're back. We're back. We are back. What's up, everybody? We're back. I don't know what just happened with my computer. Look, random lives. Your computer do random stuff when you do random lives. What's up, McDaniel? Over there on on Instagram. I got Instagram chat up today. We up on Instagram. We up on YouTube. And we're up on Twitter. So, yeah, let's get to it, man. The Coach Smoot call-in show. We're going to open the phone lines up today. We are going to open the phone lines up. We're going to take the first 15, 20 minutes to just digest and divulge into all of the topics. We've covered so much this week. We've had so much content produced. We have so many clips that are scheduled to post over the next 24 to 48 hours. And I can't wait to dive into these conversations today. You know, Alabama doesn't play. You know, we're primarily cover Alabama, right? But we got a lot of college sports topics and just sports world topics to talk about. And we haven't done it in a while here on the Coach Smoot Network. Am I muted? You can't hear me? Can you not hear me? Can y'all not hear me, chat? Please tell me. Can y'all hear me, chat? Chat, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Thumbs up, roll tide. Let me see. Check. Hold on. Let me check. Audio. Oh, we should be good. We should be good. Okay. They said they hear me loud and clear. Okay. Woo. Nah, I was scared. Okay, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up. Kevlar, the World Warrior, reclaim your brain. We can hear you. Bama Boy is in the house. Zach is in the house. Sully is in the house. Dylan is in the house. Mary J is in the house. What's good, Mary J? She back there on the ones and twos trying to get caught up. I think her computer might have got unplugged again, y'all. I think she froze out on me. But hope all is well. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you for being here today. Appreciate you for being here today. Sully's in the building. Dylan, getting me through the leg day without leg day work out with Roll Tide. Hey, what's up, man? I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Look, glad I could be of service, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I like my new setup. I don't know about y'all, but did y'all notice this was my first license plate before I got my custom tag? This is my very first one. Yeah, this is my very first one. Jay Unique, appreciate the follow over here on Instagram. Thank you for tapping in. When we get the OBS set up, it's gonna be fire. And Roll Tide over there, Jay Unique. Please like and subscribe, and if you have a YouTube account, check in on the YouTube side. We really trying to push our YouTube family. If y'all haven't subscribed to the channel, we're almost at 2.9K. That means we're closer to 3K, and that means we're closer to 5K. I really believe that we're doing something special here at the network. I just can't wait for us to hit that 5K mark. We're really going to celebrate and have some fun. I'm telling y'all, man, that is going to be a joyous occasion. We're actually going to put out our A-Day announcement today during the show, our A-Day spring practice viewing. The fan spring practice viewing that Alabama will be hosting on April 12th. We will be there on the scene, providing some coverage, but also just interacting with the Alabama fan base, enjoying being a fan. Deborah, what's good? It's good to see you. Russell, what's good? My God, I see you up there, Russell McDaniel, checking in. Russell be checking in on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook. I rock with you, Russ. Russ rocks with your boy. Let me move this doggone stand out the way, y'all. I'm playing my space all jacked up over here. But I really do appreciate y'all for coming through and showing up and continuing to support, man. I really do. My guy Jay Unique on Instagram says, all good, man. It was good meeting you at Baumhaus in the Gump. Had a hell of a time watching the game with you. Hey, 100%, man. You know how we do, bro. As a matter of fact, what you doing for the game today? Talk to me. What you doing for the game today? We got to get to it, man. We got Duke tonight. We're going to be talking about that today. We also have some spring ball footage. They finally released some official footage. I was looking to see if I got, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to see if your boy got, but nah, I knew I was where I had to be. I knew where I had to be. But and to see all of these things, and if y'all remember the conversation I had, what's up, Cole, my twin in the chat? If y'all remember the conversation and some of the insight that I brought to y'all, go look at the clips on Twitter. Go look at all the clips that you're seeing, and just think about how I was kind of describing this. And this is why they like. I feel like I'm going to be good in this industry because I mean the picture was painted, and then all you had to see was the proof, and the proof is there. So I appreciate y'all for rocking with me and pushing that word out there. Make sure y'all keep letting people know we know what we're talking about over here. We know what we're talking about. Shout out to the 46 in the chat, man. We got a lot of people pulling up right now, early in the stream. We got 17 on YouTube, 29 over on Twitter, and we got 2 on Instagram. Instagram is not usually a platform that provides algorithm for what I do, but we're gonna try and push. We're gonna break the barrier. We're gonna do something different, right? Huge congrats last night on the baseball win. Hey, why you playing? See, y'all think it's just about football over here, but why you playing? That's a topic. That's a topic of the day. We're gonna talk Bama baseball. Emily Smart of the Tuscaloosa News, man. Somebody that I had the pleasure of crossing paths with during my early career. Wrote a nice write-up on the Alabama baseball. We're gonna read that story and get the reaction, man. Alabama versus Oklahoma was a crazy game yesterday. Just by the highlights I seen, I was just like, okay, good. But Bama versus BYU the other day, coming into how Duke just played, oh my God, this is gonna be a crazy game. And then y'all get to look at some of the spring ball clips that they're posting on Twitter, man. Let me pull that up for y'all. We got just coverage of everything. Just coverage of everything. We got clips from yesterday. Alabama football released some official clips. There was some stuff that got leaked, man, and I'm telling you, people chase clout so bad in this industry, right? Which is it's a sad thing that people chase clout so bad in this industry because the new Bama staff and the SID, the people that surround the what's up? So hey y'all, show is in the building. Y'all want to let me hold on. I gotta do it. We gotta stop the show. Let me hit the brakes on y'all real quick. Hold on. Let me hit the brakes on y'all. Where my sound effects at? Here we go. We gotta hit the sound effects on them real quick because my boy Show is in the building. And I think it's time. We act it up a little bit. Listen, everybody, when y'all turn up to this song, this is the voice that y'all hear. I gotta play it one time. Do I have it queued up? Mary J, I think I do. Let me see. Go back. Yes, I do. Do I have it queued up? We going here real quick. We got to. Y'all thought it was a game? No, man.
He hard like a tackle, making plays. I'm about to break some.
Keep me show him.
I run it back. I'm about to shake some. Ready to play.
Come on. Hey.
I'm ready to play.
My dog coming out the shadows for the show, man. He done came out the woodwork. See, he always here. I'm gonna tell y'all, he always here. He be in the cut, peeping everything out, trying to make sure everything good around the network. You know what I'm saying? He popped out today though. He must be feeling good too. That must be Bama gonna blow Duke out tonight. Showed him popped out the shadows. But yeah, that's the artist, man. All the beats and everything that you hear, they come from him and my brother Dooley Gang. Dooley Martez, man, with Dooley Gang the fam, man. They provide all of the custom beats that you hear. Shout out to my boy. I just have to show love when I see my people. I know that they low key and they pop out for you, boy. That's love, man. So shout out to my brother on the other side of the wall. Appreciate y'all, man, for being here for real. Let's get into the conversation today, man. Let's talk about it all. Let's start. Where do we start? Let's start with Bama football, of course. That's what y'all want to hear about. That's what we want to talk about. People think I'm always trying to be in a debate with somebody, and the truth of the matter is I am not. I'm not. Everybody thinks I'm a controversial person. I'm very confrontational, but I'm really not. I just have an opinion. I think I'm very stern. on my opinion, right? On my thoughts and how I perceive things when it comes to Bama football. And that's what it is. Roll Tide, Henry. How you feeling today? But here in this little clip here, this little edit here, you see some crazy catches by the receiving core. Number 17, Lashier Brooks. This is the catch I was talking about, chat. This one right here. It was a deep crosser route. He had Ivan Taylor on him. And I mean, the route, the setup of the route to release him, man, it was crazy. And y'all already know who put it on the dot. Y'all know who put that ball on the dot. Y'all can see it back there. On the dot. And the young man is fast. You're not gonna catch him. Y'all see who's back there throwing that dot. Why they keep playing, trying to act like only one quarterback had a great day. No, all three quarterbacks had a great day, man. And I think Coach Kalen DeBoer was probably shortchanging us on that overall percentage, because I went back and I started, well, maybe it got bad. I mean, it didn't get bad, but maybe it got a little more inconsistent after I proceeded to continue with my day. But I mean, at least like a 78, 81% type completion percentage amongst all numbers with the top three quarterbacks. And from my perspective, that's what it looked like. Now, we did get some reps with, the walk-ons and the fourth string guy, but we're talking about just the top three guys. I like where we sit, man. Sato Tosiko says, Roll Tide and put me in the game, Coach Smoot from, what's that, Cali? Is that Cali? Or is that Canada? Is that Cali or Canada? Y'all gotta let me know. Well, yeah, man, we got, y'all see the catches. That's Jalen Hale at the top, man. Looking strong, still wearing that protective brace, But I don't know if y'all remember early in the spring, some of the spring footage, we just seen him with the protective sleeve. So being smart and being gradual in how he's, getting back to being comfortable. And I'm telling you, anytime you have a lower extremity injury, it's hard. It's the mental part that's hard to overcome, man. Because that is something happened to your body that God didn't make for it to do. Like, that's what happens when you break a bone or something like that. A tear a ligament, like something happens that's not meant to happen, and mentally you have to overcome that. Like, dang, my knee or this separated from this actually does that. Like, I can see my, like, stuff like that. Oh, don't do it, Smooth. Anyways, but my boy out there making a tough catch in between the tight coverage. Guess who made that pass? Not going to tell you, because then everybody gonna get mad. But the catch that you see by Isaiah Horton right there, a dot by yours truly, Ty Simpson. Yes, back of the end zone, tight coverage, big body receiver. And y'all see how big Isaiah Horton is. Look at Jeremy Bernard celebrating. This boy is a fool, man. I see Jeremy Bernard, number 5. That boy is a doggone fool, man. Ready to start celebrating and dancing. But I'm looking at personnel on the field right now. You see 41 on the field. That's Nakai Hillis Green, first group type guy, right? We talked about guys in the first group. Number 5. Who is number 5 on the defense? Y'all think I be just talking about stuff like I'm not there, right? Like I'm not there. Hold up, dang. Like I'm not there, right? Y'all think I just be talking to be talking, right? But that's Dijon Lee. That's a true freshman corner playing basically bump coverage, clearly a red zone type play, right? Against the likes of Isaiah Horton, who is presumed our starting X receiver, right? So that means Dijon either got some type of switch to where it was a switch release that had Horton as a one receiver release inside, or he got floated into a slant or dig concept or post concept plan. I think Dijon Lee, being a boundary corner, got stuck in the man, and this is the type of competition we see. Great contest. Strong hands by Isaiah Horton. Great contest by a true freshman defensive back. And then you see the linebacker coverage was right there, getting into the play, making the pass need to be perfect. I pick up a lot off of clips, man. You can see a lot off of clips. Look in the background. Who's number 3 at wide receiver? Jalen Backway, right? Look at the personnel grouping out there. That's why I say when we talk about the depth of rotation on both sides of the ball in the secondary and at the wide receiver position, let's not get caught up in depth charts this season, y'all. I don't care if my depth chart of who comes out and gets the first snap is wrong this year. Like, I'm not bent on that this season. I'm more happy about the simple fact that we got so much talent that you don't know who can go out and take the first snap, because no matter who you throw out there on your first 1 through 8 in the wide receiver room, and I say 1 through 8 on your defensive back room across the board, you could throw them out there and we got a chance to win the game no matter who we line up across the field from. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's what I feel. And as a quote unquote insider analyst, my job is just to give you accurate performance. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what my job is. I don't care about the depth chart no more, because when I go to a Bama practice, or I see a Bama workout or a scrimmage, and I see NFL like talent, second, third string deep, no drop off in a lot of positions, man. This is a quality team, y'all. I understand what it was like when the Ohio State insiders were coming back and just talking about, man, so much talent across the field. You look at Ohio State's roster last year, not just the guys that started, but they were like 30, 40 deep in personnel that were quality guys, could be first, second round draft picks. So when you go and evaluate practices like that, you appreciate it. And that's what you're getting at Alabama. Kalen DeBoer and this staff understand the mission. They understand the changes and how this game needs to be evolved. Let's get over to some defensive clips from spring ball yesterday. Swarm defense, Dre Kirkpatrick coming in. You see Red Morgan out there, Cam Howard. Y'all remember I talked about these guys, y'all. Let me calm down, because they still think I be playing. Like, did I not mention some of these personnel groupings out on the field together? Did I not talk about all of these things? Look at some of these young guys. It was a couple picks should have been made. Like I said, there was only one pick, and it wasn't by one of the 3 starting quarterbacks. It was one pick, and it wasn't by one of the starting 3 quarterbacks. Is that Red dropping that pick? That's like one of my favorite celebrations, I guess you could call it. I went when the DBs drop a pick, or a defender drop a pick, and it's like, oh, and they running like, dang. I love that. That boy Justin Hill caught him one on the out route. Who is that, number 88? Y'all remember I talked about Jay Lindsey? How he was making plays? He was a target for one of the quarterbacks. He was a primary target for one of the quarterbacks that during his reps. And he got caught. The quarterback got caught force feeding Jay Lindsey. He's an athlete, guys. It's the reason why he getting caught slipping, right? The quarterback getting caught slipping. That guy, you're gonna have to feed Jay Lindsey. Dijon Lee in, getting ready to go in and be physical, make a play. I love these clips, man. I love the defense too. Swarm defense is real this year. I just want y'all to know that. Look at the personnel groupings again, man. I just want y'all to see different players on the field at the same time. Like, this staff is confident in personnel right now. I think this is probably one of the most talented rosters that this staff has seen. Probably not Alabama, but this staff has seen, because the way that they're shuffling guys around and the type of confidence that they're pouring into these guys, our offensive line, the amount of movement going across the offensive line, but the type of production and the type of explosive plays we were able to produce, the balance that we saw in competition between offensive line and defensive line, that's what you want to see. That's what you got with the old Bama team. There's going to be a day where defense just wins it. There's going to be a day where offense just wins it. But when it's time to get in game-like situations, you want to see competitive balance. You want to see a competitive balance. You don't want it to be set off of depth chart positioning, but you want to do it based off of depth of talent. Like, put your guys that's further advanced ahead, front load them. Let's get them clashing, iron sharpening iron. Then the guys that's a little bit underdeveloped, put them at their speed. Give them the same playbook, give them the same standard, but put them at a space where they could be evaluated at their speed. And now you're evaluating them at a fair space. So if you have somebody that's starting to pull away from the group that's underdeveloped and then they're stepping into that developed group, you get to start putting game plan. All right, I got a little bit more depth here. And that's what we're seeing with all the movement in the secondary, all the movement on the offensive line, all the movement in the linebacker room. You got guys, putting their hand in the dirt, going, rotating to inside for certain personnel groupings and sets. I love what we got right now, personnel wise on the team. A lot of talent. Bama glazing right now. That's all me. Alec, what's good, coach? Off topic, but you see Mays and Bama fans beefing on Twitter about the game tonight. Yeah, man. Hey, when we talk basketball, y'all know I love my dude Marquise Mays. We don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff as far as supporting Bama as a brand. I will tell you that, but he's a real one, and he speaks his mind. He stands 10 toes down. I rock with Marquise Mays. I rock with my guy for real. No slight there. That's like real talk. I get him. I wasn't a diehard Bama basketball fan until 2009, right when I graduated high school. Let's keep it real. Nobody was diehard Bama basketball their whole life. Like, let's be real. Especially when Coach Saban was here. We just didn't have the talent. It wasn't nothing attractive about Bama basketball in the early 90s and the early 2000s. Like, it would pop in and disappear. And then we didn't have the media exposure either. We weren't getting the TV contracts. It wasn't as many TV contracts out there. So not everybody had cable either, Marquise. Contrary to popular belief, YouTube hasn't been around since the early 90s, chat. I'm just saying. Look at the O-line, the trench work. This is what I like to see. I like to see trench work in clips. Jam Miller breaking a nice run. A lot of physicality. Zay Mincy coming in with a tackle. You see Dijon Lee trying to get in. Wrap up, keep your head up there. Caden Jones in on that. LT Overton. Like, just look at the different people on the field together, Chad. So if anybody tells you anything about a depth chart and talking about, I know, they're lying. We saw a quality script, man. And this dude right here, man, he's different. Both of them. And y'all remember somebody was like, this person somebody said Ty threw 3 touchdowns. Not true. Isaiah Horton had 2 touchdowns. I believe both were from Ty Simpson. Right? No, actually, Austin Mack threw one to Ty. To Isaiah Horton. Ty Simpson threw one to Isaiah Horton. Austin Mack had the one to Rico. And then you had the big pass catch played by Latsier and K-Dot. Yeah. Look at the clips, y'all. Yep. So you had Ty throw one to Rico, Isaiah, and then Austin Mack threw one to Isaiah. And if I'm not mistaken, that's number 10 in the background of the Horton clip, holding his hand up behind Wilkin back there. Definitely him. Yeah, that's him. That boy Rico Scott right there walking. See, I think our wide receiver rotation is going to be crazy because you got so many different builds in the same frame. If that makes sense, you got a wide receiver room where your average height is like 5'10" to 6'3". So let's say an average height of 6 foot 6'1", right? Let's say an average height because you got Meadows, Horton, receiving core, not just receiver room, receiving core. Meadows, Horton, Pritchett, Cuevas, all of those guys are 6'4", 6'3" plus, right? God bless you, Jesus Christ. Be with you at all time. Everyone keep the faith. Facts, J. Cole. My boy J. Cole checking in. Welcome in, J. Cole. 5 Adam, what's up, man? Roll Tide. Football season need to come. So I'm so ready for it. Listen, not yet. I want to see some more development from our offensive line. Left tackle really got to get right. If y'all look at this clip, though, I want y'all to pay attention to the positioning of it. Formby's on the left side of that offensive line. Or is that the right side? No, that's the right side. That's the right side. I'm tripping. That's the right side. I'm being a little too... I'm being nosy, chat. But nah. What was I about to say? About the wide receiver room, about the receiving core. The receiving core to me has the opportunity to be, if nobody lets the ego get in the way, this could be a explosive by committee type team, meaning everybody that steps on the field can really be a breakout receiver I mean, you talk about, let's start at the top. Let's start at the top from what we know. Ryan Williams. Haven't seen and heard a lot about him because he's got 2 first-round talents checking up on him, stepping across from him every day. So it's going to be work for him, which I think he deserves and needs. Same with Jeremy Bernard. Guys that are going to be draft picks. Isaiah Horton kind of comes in and gets a couple of young assignments on him, but he's a big body. He's different. 6'3", can't do nothing with him. 205, can't do nothing with him. 4.4 speed, can't do nothing with him. 39-inch vert, can't do nothing with him. Wildcat ready, just can't do nothing with him, right? So that's part of the wide receiver core. But you got Ryan Williams there. You got Jeremy Bernard. That's what we know, right? And then you add Isaiah Horton to that first, I guess you could say that first group of rotation, 3 receivers. But with that 3 receivers, you got Josh Cuevas, 6'5", 250, 245, 250-ish, right? Athletic, soft hands, solid inline blocker, but you can split him as a big wide slot receiver or a big wide, big tight end split, right? And very adept at route running, right? You got to deal with them 4. But then let's say they just ran 3 plays and now you want to put on another 4. Now coming in, you got to deal with at the X position. You got to deal with the Rico Scott, right? Or Derek Meadows, who's ever ready. Or let's scratch that. Jalen Hill. Let's go Jalen Hill at the X. Because all of these players are going to play multiple spots in this wide receiver core. You got to deal with a slot receiver and who's coming out for Jeremy Bernard in the slot. Let's just go ahead and throw the young guy Latsier Brooks out there in the slot. Let's throw him out there. I've seen him getting plenty quality 1 reps. So let's throw him out there in the slot with the second group. Then you got your tight end, Marshall Pritchett, true freshman Marshall Pritchett coming in. Split, hybrid tight end, build. More receiver skill set than to me tight end assets. He has more receiver skill sets than the tight end skill sets. Solid in the line scrimmage blocker. Great open field blocker. Pull him out in space. He's going to leverage is good and everything. Going to have to learn the nuances of leveraging in the or being on the inline of scrimmage at the college level, which he's learning. But as a receiver, he ain't dropping the ball. He ain't no drop off there. Put him out there. And I'm only going off what's available right now. We don't have Danny Lewis available right now. Marshall Pritchett is in that lineup. And then you got Rico Scott at the Z. Then you change that lineup up. You bring that lineup out of there, and you say, I just want to go speed on the field. So I'm going to put Bach and Latsier Brooks at the Z in the slot. I'm going to pull my tight end off the field, and I'm going to put Horton as a split Y. And then I'm going to put Ryan Williams as a ISO X. Who's going to guard that, man? And I just need my O-line to give the I need my O-line and the running back to make the right pick up the right pressure. Who's going to stop that, chat? I don't know who. There's not many teams in the country that are prepared just from a talent standpoint to stop that. It's going to take some great defensive coordinator, defensive mindsets, and some defensive experience play calling to be able to stop this defense. Katrina, what's good? Appreciate you for tapping in. Tapping in late. What's good, Smooth Triple A fam? Good to see you, Katrina. My sister with her wristband. What about the tight end room? How was it? I mean, I kind of slipped into it without seeing your comment, but Marshall Pritchett is making leaps and bounds every practice. Every live action, you see it. The body, the anatomical development was already there. Jay Lindsey, who's been kind of quiet, right? The last 2 years on campus, last year on campus was very quiet. Didn't do much as a freshman, didn't get opportunities. With that tight end room being so packed with experience, you see him coming out, but being a lot more confident, getting an understanding of that playbook, right? Then you look at guys like Peyton Fox, number 46. You probably won't ever see him play a meaningful snap, but putting in work, especially with the physicality. I think the tight end blocking is going to be so key in the run game this year because of how much Grubb likes to keep those formations spread out. That tight end run blocking is going to be key. Josh Cuevas is a great run blocking tight end. Danny Lewis struggled a lot last year at some points. at the end of the year, we saw him really commit to blocking and how good he looks when he commits to blocking, especially in those goal line opportunities. If you pay attention, Jalen Miro, a lot of those last few, tush push opportunities, he's going to that left side where Danny Lewis would be. CJ Dupree, Robbie Utes on the right, put Robbie Utes in motion. Danny Lewis in man line of scrimmage on in man line of scrimmage. Tight end on the left. Put him in motion, get you some quality blocking there. He started buying into blocking. Hopefully he gets healthy all the way, man, and can come back 110% because Danny Lewis is a quality athlete, man. But the tight end room should be very good. And then you got to think, we got Caleb Edwards. Caleb Edwards coming in the fall. So Bama Nation, we got a lot to be excited about as far as the receiving core. Quarterback, I'm going to save the quarterback competition talk and quarterback talk for the phone lines here in about 20 minutes, right? Yeah, we got about 20 minutes before we open the phone lines. So y'all can share y'all thoughts. I know for a fact, guys, that, and I'm not downing or dissing anybody. Right now, if Alabama had to play today, if we had a game against Florida State today, Ty Simpson would take the first snaps, yes. But the leash would be so short. The leash would be so short. At this point, right now, if this team, right now, what we have available, players available right now, offensive line assets available, wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, offensively, assets we have today. If we had to suit up against Florida State tonight at 7 p.m., Alabama football will roll out Ty Simpson as starting quarterback, and the leash will be very short. The first sign of losing or not seizing momentum or getting outside of yourself and not being able to retract and get back on pace, I think the max you would see from a struggling quarterback at Alabama right now, the max amount of drives you would see is 3. And they will start rolling them. Whoever catches it first, whoever catches fire first, that's who would take the reins until proven otherwise. And Kalen DeBoer is a 3-game guy. If you can be consistent for 3 games, he feels like he has a good grip on you. And that's what, if we be honest, when was Jalen Milroe's first, what was Milroe's best section of the season? The first quarter, which is the first 4 games, the second quarter, second 4 games, the third quarter, or the fourth quarter. Let's be honest. The first quarter of the season was Milroe's best part of his season last year, and that's what Kalen DeBoer bought into, which is understandable. He was consistent for the 4 weeks straight. So if anything went left or right, I knew I could fall back on this phase of this quarterback that I have had a part in developing as far as his skill set, his production on the field. Go back to that last comment about Horton. If Horton come in and go beast mode in number 1, then I feel like the number 1 for Bama should be a dog number. Bama, like number 7 is for LSU. You know what? I said this last year when Kendrick Law took on number 1 as the wide receiver. I said number 1 at wide receiver should come with it should be stipulations behind it. It should be reserved for either incoming freshman dogs, right? Or incoming DB dogs, or your number 1 recruit, right, in that class, or a top wide receiver transfer, because J-Mo set the tone. If a wide receiver gonna wear number 1, he got to be ready to pull like J-Mo type stuff. And Kendrick Law, 6 drops last year. Let's talk about it. 6 drop passes. And that's my dog, man. I hate that his ego got in the way, man. I wish he would have really bought into Coach Shep's development. Kendrick Law could have been, like, for real, serious first-round talent at Bama in this scheme. Got to buy in, though. Love Isaiah Horton for the Crimson Tide, though. Roll Tide just popping in. Megan, what's good, girl? Y'all want me to show y'all something cool? I did something cool, y'all. And I want y'all to enjoy it because I think it's freaking cool. Let me see. Mic check. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Hey, so don't laugh, y'all. But when y'all do super chats, I got something cool I'm gonna do now. Or members join, I got something cool I'm gonna do now. Watch this. I'm be like, yo, shout out to so-and-so for becoming a member of the AAA family. Y'all got the echo? Did y'all get that? Hopefully y'all got it. I'm still working on it. We working on it. We working on it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get it set up all the way. Can y'all hear that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we about to have that thing going crazy, y'all. We about to have that thing going crazy, chat. But yeah, so that's what I like about our Bama squad right now. Offensive, defensively, we got a lot of talent to throw out there. And like I said, today, no matter, and I'm saying across the board, all except maybe the offensive line, there's a lot of shuffling on the offensive line, not because of lack of talent, but trying to find the best five that fit. The best five that fit. Sometimes that can be like, you can be the best left tackle on the squad, right? But maybe we're struggling at left guard. And to offset that, you might need to move the right tackle, and we might need to move a right tackle that's not as strong at left tackle next to this struggling left guard, so that they can feed off each other and we can balance our play calling, so we can say, okay, if we need this, we can't go there, or if we need this, we can go with this, right? That's where I see Alabama's offensive line room right now. So much talent in the room, not a lot of opportunities for, I guess you could say, slip ups, because there's guys they're going to keep rotating. Whoever could become the most consistent. Everybody think consistency at the quarterback position is the most important. No, I think the offensive line, the more consistent the offensive line is, the better your quarterback can be. Bevo's bodyguard, our favorite troll. Like, I can't stand this dude. Bevo, you know what's sad about people like Bevo, fans like Bevo? Bevo, you're a Texas fan. Like, how many times do you have to fall short? Like, they celebrate falling short, so they're happy about, oh, we're back. Oh, we're back. Oh, we're back. Oh, we're back. Like, no the late, man. Y'all really are not back, bruh. Texas ain't been back. Like, if y'all didn't get it last year, y'all not getting it. Archie's gonna have a great career at Texas, but it's not going to result in no national championship. He's gonna win a few games. Y'all might beat Oklahoma one more time before Brett Venables get everything in order. Maybe. Y'all might slip past Oklahoma this year. Y'all might. I think Oklahoma really got y'all number. They had some changes, some offensive struggles last year, but I think Oklahoma got y'all number this year. And then Texas, what y'all gonna do on the defensive side? You got a lot to replace. Left tackle Proctor, left guard Dewberry, center Parker, Brailsford, right guard Roberts, right tackle Wilkin. That's the presumed starting lineup. Go back to it, Mary J. That's the presumed starting lineup. But I don't do presumptions right now. I do what was on that field. And that first group at left tackle, you had Olis Alanine and you had Sanders rotating over there. Dewberry, Rock Montgomery at the guard position. Like the guard center rotation is crazy. Geno Vandermark, guard, Jaden Roberts at the guard position, Vandermark at center. I mean, Michael Carroll mixing up at the tackle, Lloyd Jackson mixing up at tackle. The shuffle is bustling. But it's quality guys, man. It's quality reps. You see guys winning reps. You see guys having learned. With the amount of talent on that defensive front, we talked about the defensive front yesterday. As a matter of fact, before we transition to basketball, I just want to give us a good little 30-minute talking topic on football. Everybody loves football. Everybody loves football. God loves football, right? Let's go to the board and look at our depth chart one more time. Look at that depth chart one more time. How everybody feeling, man? Run the chat up. I see y'all in the chat. How many likes we got on the screen? What we looking at? Let's look at these analyticals. Appreciate y'all for being here again. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on the channel. Share the stream. Let everybody know we just small talking right now. We talking ball. I'm about to open up these phone lines for y'all. So y'all get in and talk y'all talk here on the Coach Smook Network. Having fun this morning, for real, for real. For real, for real. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Jesus, yeah. What y'all know about that? All my Southern Baptist folks. 22 likes on the stream, 28 in the chat on YouTube. We got some reactions on Instagram. I don't know how to tell how many reactions we got, but we got reactions, and we got what we got on Twitter. Got 59 on Twitter. Appreciate y'all. Hey, if you're on Twitter, drop a comment. I'm trying to see if the platform is picking it up. How can secondary help pass rush? How can the secondary help the pass rush? I mean, just remaining disciplined, man. Dissecting route concepts early in the snap, in the play call, right? Being familiar. I mean, film study goes into a lot. Usually, the secondary benefits from the defensive line, to be honest. It usually works the other way around. Usually, if you can get two, and it's very rare to have two lockdown corners. You hear what I'm saying? It's very rare to have two lockdown corners. So if you think about it from a help me help you standpoint, we all know that the place literally starts in the trenches. The center exchanges the snap to the quarterback, no matter if he's under center or in. If your D line creates pressure, right? Whether it's a push, whether it's consistent quarterback pressure, getting hands on quarterback, stacking the quarterback, however, if it creates disruption up front, then you usually see better production from your secondary. But where the D line benefits is when you can get guys like Cam Calhoun and Damani Jackson on your perimeter, right? When you get guys like Dijon Lee, true freshman, that you can come in and move to the perimeter and slide a lockdown corner like Damani Jackson or Cam Calhoun to Rover, right? Let's play around with this. Let's play around with this alignment, and let's have this conversation real quick. Debo praying on our downfall because Texas. Oh yeah. Texas at home watching it just like us fans. All right, Mary J, go back to that 5 Adam comment for me, please, man. So 5 Adam, I want to kind of stimulate your brain with this type of look real quick. So this is our depth chart, the AAA family depth chart, Alabama roster, right? And we came up with this setup. Put the MacBook in the frame real quick. So we came up with this setup, chat. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it, right? Real quick. How much time we got? So we got about 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Give me a countdown, Mary. Give me at 51. Give me a banner change so we can go to basketball. Alabama versus Duke is what we'll be going to next. So at 51, yeah, do that. Appreciate you, Mary J. Y'all, I got Mary J working. I ain't even gonna cap. She putting in work too. Texas got all Americans at every level on defense. Okay, you're high. We don't promote drug use in this chat, Bevo. We don't promote drug use in this chat, Bevo. You go to timeout now. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Bevo. You go to timeout. Shout out to the 29 in the chat. We got 29 in the chat on YouTube. Make sure y'all run them likes up. All right, let's talk about it. Let's look at the secondary alignment, right? We talking about D-line helping the secondary. How does the secondary help the D-line? That was the question asked. So the secondary can help the pass rush by having lockdown corners, lockdown cover guys. Easy. That's an easy answer. But how does that look for Alabama? You talk about lockdown corner or lockdown cover guys. Let's say you're out, right? And you don't. What Alabama has struggled with is having to put assets in space to cover downfield and not being able to put extra assets into the pass rush, right? Go back to the other one. I'm gonna finish this one, then we'll go to that. So with that being said, we have Cam Calhoun, Damani Jackson as our starting boundary corners, right? Cam Calhoun and Damani Jackson, starting boundary corners. Okay, that's what I'm presuming to be our starters as far as CB1, CB2, boundary guys in this defense, right? With the possibility of Xavier Brown being that rover, skill set fits, matches, right? Played a lot of boundary last year, but I think you relieve him of having to be a lockdown corner and putting more experience out there with Cam Calhoun, right? A little bit better skill set in ISO, man zero coverage, right? A little bit better, just a little bit, right? A little bit more polished. But you like Xavier Brown's range and run support at the rover position, but you also like his ability to cover a slot, a tight end, or running back out the backfield. His IQ to be able to pass off coverages if he's passing through the curl zone or through the mids or riding some, shadowing some up the seams. You trust him in that position at the rover spot. Takes a smart defensive back to be there. Malachi Moore, Bray Hubbard plays some there. We saw Red Morgan struggle in that position because of his lack of ability to switch off and, get in the right depth, get off of jams, not get off of jams, but provide jams, right cushions, right? So a lot of technique problems with Red there. So you put him at corner to where he's kind of locked into a certain technique, he's better. But you help your D-line by putting guys like Cam Calhoun and Xavier Brown and Damani Jackson on the perimeter. But let's say you come out against a 4-wide set and you don't want to necessarily have Bray Hubbard or a safety in man. You come out against a 5-wide set. Let's say we have to come out and we got to pull our Husky out to cover, right? And we gotta align the mic in the middle. It's gonna get real sloppy. Pause. And let's say our Will has to turn into a dime safety. Let's say personnel wise, we put another safety out on the field, and we in our dime look. Bama usually goes to a 3-man front when we have to go dime. You pull your wolf up basically to a Will type situation. You probably get a true 3D line look up here. You pull these guys out of the picture unless you're trying to still create a pass rush set out of this 5-wide set. You can pull an Overton, you can pull a Keeley. You could put them both as ends because of their size and weight, and they still provide pass rush, run support, right? Guys, I can't wait to get into our depth chart episode. I'm not going to even allow y'all to, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. I'm not going to allow you to get me there, bro. You see how he tried to get me, chat? You see how he tried to get me? You see how he tried to get me? 5 Adam, you see how he tried to get me? I was about to go off on this tangent, and I ain't got enough time. Nowhere near enough time. Let's get some basketball talk, man. Bama versus Duke tonight, man. What we gonna do about it? What we gonna do for it? What we gonna do for it, chat? What we gonna do it? Bama versus Duke. What's Bama? What's Bama gonna do for it? Oh snap! That boy Sean putting folks in the change. What's up, Sean? That boy, look in the cut. Hey, in the cut. Shout out to the 24 likes on the stream, 23 in the chat on YouTube. Y'all, it is not. That is why y'all not getting the notifications. I got y'all. Hey, chat. I got y'all. Check it out. YouTube. Thank you. This is how I know our algorithm is getting love now. So I just got a notification, y'all, and I need y'all help. Real quick. The category that we were streaming under was entertainment. This ain't entertainment. We're talking sports over here. Sports entertainment. The other channel is pure entertainment. I'm sports entertainment, okay? Remember that. Hey, make sure y'all share it up. Go get your boy. Share it up. Let everybody know we live, man. It should help out with the algorithm now. Right now, we need for the next 30 seconds, tap the screen. If you can see the heart reaction button on YouTube, tap the screen. Send some heart reactions. But share the stream for your boy right now on all your major platforms. Facebook, all of those different platforms. Share the stream. Twitter, all of that. Appreciate y'all for being here. Let's jump into Alabama basketball, man. Texas is so boring. You have to come to Alabama podcast to be entertained. That's the point I be trying to make, and he does not understand it. But I appreciate it because it helps the chat rate. Got the boy talking. He done been blocked twice. He's still here. He must enjoy it. So, guys, best bet is to get him that wristband. Bevo, grab you a wristband, my brother. Grab you a wristband, my brother. He just like trolling, y'all. He just like trolling. Grab a wristband, though. I appreciate the support, man. I appreciate you for being here, my guy. Sad Ocho Cinco. What's Sad Ocho Cinco say? Let me see. What my guy say? I don't even see the comments no more. Let me see. Sad Ocho. Where he at? I seen him on Twitter, right? Sad Ocho was on Twitter. I don't see the comment no more. But let's go. Let's talk Bama basketball, chat. I'm about to pull up this graphic here. And this is how I want it to look when we get ready to have it clipped. All right? Because I think this is disrespect. I think this is so disrespectful. And if I was able to reach the Bama the men's locker room right now, Coach Smook, if y'all was able to get a stream to the locker room right now, get your boy in there because I'm about to do something. I refuse. It's getting long, y'all. Gotta figure out how to use stuff with it. I refuse to be disrespected. Now, I could see if it was like a 48-52 type thing. 53-47. You know, they act like we didn't just put up 100+ on a team that was only giving up 69 points average a game or 68 points average a game. They act like we didn't just beat a team that was averaging, 78 points. A team that efficiency stats wise wasn't giving up an amount of 3 points. They not acting like we didn't just come off the best shooting game in college basketball history from the 3-point line. They not acting like we didn't have a uncharacteristic low turnover game. They're going to act like that Alabama didn't have three half court sets that worked last game. Efficient. Like, whoever does these predictions, I think the matchups are there. I think everything. This should have been a closer matchup prediction. And I don't know who's in charge of this, but this definitely should have been a closer matchup prediction. Let's get into the breakdown of it. The over under, they got Duke by 7. Basically, they saying Duke going to win by 7, which is not a bad spread in my opinion. If they got Duke to win by 7, how is that matchup predictor so strong for Duke? 7 is 2.5 possessions, chat. 2.5 possessions. Somebody say, how do you get a half possession? A foul, 1-and-1. 2 threes. Bama's going to shoot 20+ threes, right? I think the ratio right now, 4.6 out of every 10 it results in a 3-point shot for Alabama in the tournament. A 3-point shot. No, it's 4.6 out of every 10 is extended 3-point range. That's hard to guard. That's hard to guard, chat. That's hard to guard when you have a team that with that type of efficiency and shooting, and we know it's not going to happen every night, but the possibility of it happening and using the floor, the full floor, that's hard to guard. And now we have some quality presence and support with some of the bench players. Let's get into the I want to get into Alabama statistics right quick. Breaking down the personnel just for a hot second, because some things are going to play out. Numbers are going to start mattering at this point of the tournament, right? And I wish we had a graphic. We just peer games. See, when we grow up, when we get grown, y'all, we're gonna have stats for like just the tournament. Let's look at field goal percentages. I want to look at field goal percentages. Can I rearrange this? So looking at field goal percentages now, Cliff Omenuri, right? Our center, our big man. Yes, we're talking Bama versus Duke. No, Mary J, put the topics ticker up and then make a banner with Bama versus Duke. A topic with Bama versus Duke to replace the Coach Moot Collins show. Keep the topics up. But Clifford Omenuri, highest field goal percentage right now. Volume of shooting is not as high as the rest of the team, which is great. So if you got somebody that's taking, 8 to 10 shots a game, to have a high percentage, make percentage, right? High make percentage is good. But then you start getting to your high volume shooters, like guys like Aiden Holloway or Mark Sears or Grant Nelson. You want their percentages to be towards the 40s, right? Especially during this time of year. You want guys that be able to hit more than a third of their shots. So I look at field goal percentage for a lot of our what they call them, primary ball handlers, primary score contributors, right? You look at those guys, and everybody on Alabama is shooting at a 40% clip overall for the season. 40% or better. When your team overall is shooting at almost a 50% clip from field goal percentage, that's a hard team to guard. But not just, let's go a little bit deeper into this field goal percentage. Everybody knows that the magic number for a good 3-point shooting team is 33%. A coach says if I can hit one of every 3, the good coaches, if they say if I can hit one of every 3 that we take, I like our chances. One of every 3. So you're looking at Alabama overall, our 3-point percentage as a whole is at 35%, right? With one of your primary shooters, like your team is usually going to be, the overall percentage is usually going to hover around where your best shooter's percentage is, right? Your best 3-point percentage shooter is, your highest volume percentage shooter is, right? And in this case, we're looking at Mark Sears shoots the most threes on the team, has the most 3-point attempts, and he's sitting at right at a 35% clip, 34.8%, right? And then you got guys, and we're not going to count Houston Mallett. He doesn't play enough. But you look at the guys that's in this rotation that their percentages that play off of that, 42%, 48%. You got 39% from Chris Youngblood, who shoots just a few less attempts than Mark Sears overall on the season. So the offensive numbers are there. Where Alabama hurts themselves right now is this number right here, chat. This number right here, this 12 turnovers, 12.8 per game, that's not championship ball. Because you know what 12.8 means? That means at any point that could be 19. At any point that could be 7. At any point that could be 21. At any point that could be 3. Like, the inconsistency in handling the ball is going to be a big worry going into the game tonight. Let's dive into the matchup, chat. Alabama versus Duke tonight. Tip-off, I think, is around 7 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. Alabama versus Duke. I like to bring up the storyline. ESPN 7:49, so almost 8 o'clock. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Oh, Lord, help us, please. Help us, Lord. Help us, Lord. Lord, help us. Dude, for real? 9 o'clock, chat. Why are we playing that late? Jesus Christ, man. That's 9 o'clock Eastern, but I'm talking about halftime. Halftime gonna be at 9 o'clock. It's feel like college football season, right? Playing this late. Coach Nado's on the bus. OG. Alabama versus Duke. Let's get into the preview, chat. Give me some score predictions in the chat. Alabama Crimson Tide 28-8, 14-6 in the SEC versus Duke Blue Devils 34-3, 22-1 in the ACC. Kickoff at 8:49 Eastern Standard Time, 7:49 Central. Over and under. They saying Duke basically by 7. And over under is 175. So they're looking for a pretty high scoring game. I can see that. Both defenses honestly struggle. Both defenses benefit from their offensive agenda, the offensive push, being able to keep up tempo on the offensive side, right? Duke is they're more prepared to run half-court sets and execute half-court sets at a higher clip than Alabama. So if Coach Smook is coaching tonight and his game plan going into this game, in order to reach the Final Four, Alabama's Final Four hopes are really, I think when you get past this game, the rest of the pool, we have a good chance to we match up well and kind of, to me, would be above some of the teams that's left in the bracket. Auburn, the only other team that I feel like would match up perfectly against us, and we see how that matchup went to the end of the season, right? We saw this Bama squad get the best, and we're getting some guys back healthy. Grant Nelson, if y'all remember, that Auburn game, he came up huge. And he's been coming up huge this whole tournament. So tonight versus Duke, I look at some of the guys that they have. Of course, they have their freshman phenom, Cooper Flagg, probably going to be one of the top 3 draft picks in his upcoming draft when he goes. But I don't think he's the problem for us. It's the guy that gets on the boards for them. And I want to say it was what's the power forward's name? Number 17. 27, I think is his number for Duke. Them getting the advantage on the glass is what I'm more so worried about. We have done better in recent games. We have yet to really dominate the glass. Even last game against BYU, we didn't dominate the glass, but we didn't let them win the glass battle. Number 9, exactly. Dog. I mean, just continues to just eat up the boards, man. I think he had 14 last game, right, by himself. And Duke is going to play. They're going to play quality half-court sets in on their offensive side. So we got to protect the ball, but we have to keep the rebound battle even. Offensively, I think we stick to our game plan. Tempo is the key. This is a Duke team that can score, right? Almost averaging 90 points a game. The last 10 games, you see this, right? So they can score with us. They can run with us. We've had the fortunate matchups in the last few games to kind of boost our last 10 game rebounding numbers, but overall season, they get to it on the offensive side better than we do. We retain a lot of defensive rebounds because the games where we force tempo, we force teams into putting up more shots, the increasing their volume of shots, we usually fare well in the rebounding games. So I think that's going to be our key this game. Can we speed Duke up enough to make them play our game? And who's going to last playing our game? Not many people could last playing Alabama style of basketball. And in order to do that, you have to hit shots. So it's going to be key. Not just volume of shots, but just continue. Not hitting shots, but volume of shots. You got to continue to take shots to hit shots. If we're missing and we start getting shot, passing up shots, trying to make extra passes, that forces turnovers. Have to play within our scheme and how we play. We have to stick with our philosophy. If it's live by the 3, die by the 3, shoot the 3. Okay? And play some quality defense on the outside, on the other side. Help side defense was great against BYU. We didn't get our bigs in early foul trouble because our auxiliary guys, your stretch fours, your big, your small 3s, were helping backside on the backside rotation. We had some quality defense against BYU, and BYU plays good offense. They have a good offensive team. My guy five Adam says he has Bama 101, Duke 95. I got a feeling this might go into OT. I feel like tonight's game goes into OT. And I got I got Bama 108, Duke 102. Bama 108, Duke 102, overtime finish. If it doesn't go overtime, I still think it's like a 6-point margin of victory. 6-7 point margin of victory. I think they got the spread right. Whoever wins is going to win by 6 or 7 points. 2.5 possessions. Unless you just get a freaking rain of fire from Alabama like we did the other night. And then once you do that, you get Duke in the shooting. I don't think Duke is going to be as adept as the, shooting from the 3-point line like Alabama is. Right? But I think that they'll slow that mug down. They'll slow that mug down. But yeah, that's what I got for basketball. So we'll be tuning into that tonight, watching it live here. We probably y'all want to do a live watch party? Let's do a live watch party. We'll do a live watch party tonight. Bump it. I'll get some chicken. Y'all can sit here and watch me smack some wings. Y'all can get y'all wings and stuff. We can sit here at the crib and watch the game. Watch party, live watch party. Need to play a lot. He has to. I think that's the matchup I'm looking forward to. Diabate versus Cooper Flagg. Jaren Stevenson versus Cooper Flagg. I'm looking forward to those matchups. Because I think they're the guys that have the length to really contest his shot. Cooper Flagg shot high, releases at the highest point. Textbook jumper. And it's not like he's going to go off for 30. I know he went off the other night, but I don't think he's going to go off against a team like Bama for 30. He was averaging 19 going into this game. He's pretty much the statistical leader in every category. Right? Malik Kamen is that big man that be on the boards, man. Is he number 9? That's what I was talking about. The center. Mason Gillis is another guy. You got to watch him with his bench minutes. At 3-point shooters, Proctor and James. I'm gonna need Holloway. I'm gonna need Holloway's best defensive game because he's a great defender when he buys into defense. Aiden Holloway is a great defender when he buys into it. Like, for real, you could tell when he wants to play defense because he's a great defender. Mark Sears, I think he's not necessarily a great defender. He's just very disruptive, right? He's quick enough to stay in front of his guy. I think if he just trusts that and be in between the guy and the basket, that helps him. If he could understand that, he don't have to average 50 steals a game to grow a stock. Just being able to stay in front of your guy, staying in between your guy and the basket, move your feet, right? Showcase that quickness, that strength, the ability to just wall up and kind of take those bumps when guys drive on you. And he's done that the last few games. Now, I know last game against BYU, he got a bad call against him. Guys driving the lane. I think you have in basketball, and as a coach, I understand this when there's a call made against my guy. The defender has just as much a right to the space on the floor as the offensive player. The defensive player has just as much right to space on the floor as the offensive player, right? It's free for grabs, whether the ball is in your hands or not. So if we begin to move towards that space and I possess that space first, it is rightfully mine. I have rightfully gained that space, meaning taking charges, blocks. That's how you determine that. Who rightfully gained possession of that space first? And Mark Sears has I think if he was to understand that concept on defense and understanding that he's quicker than a lot of guys that he's going to be guarding on the defensive side, especially on ball point guards, he could beat a lot of guys to the spot. And those calls will, it starts a conversation. Well, he's getting to the spot. He's not bumping the guy to the spot. He's beating the guy to the spot, and they're drawing the contact there. And in that case, if that's the case, Mark Sears move his feet good, and I think he has a good chance to showcase that tonight. Not great ball handlers for Duke, but they're solid. They're not going to turn the ball over, but they're going to shoot. We can get Duke close to our clip of turnovers because they've had stretches in big games where they struggle with controlling the ball. We get them to those stretches, If we can benefit from one or two of those in a 1.5, I think our team pulls away with this game tonight. Alabama again in the regulation score. Like I said, I'm gonna go Alabama 97. No, I'm gonna go Alabama 98. Yeah, Alabama 97, Duke 91. No, as a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this because I just got like this unction. Y'all know how I do. Alabama 94, Duke 85. Alabama 94, Duke 85. That's my final score. Put it in, lock it in. Yo, my brother Kerry Crosby checking in, man. What we doing, man? Hey, man. Roll Tide in the chat, man. He a Mississippi boy, but that's my brother, man. Kerry Crosby. Listen, quick story time with Coach Smook. I got to give y'all this one. I told him I was going to do it to him if he ever pop in and pop out the woodworks, man. Brothers popping in. Fellas, real quick, before we continue with the show, fellas, if you got brothers, if you got friends that you consider brothers, listen, y'all don't got to be in each other's face every day, but if y'all got a bond, man, keep that because you never know what you're going to go through in life. This is my brother. I don't know if I'm pointing the right way. Y'all see the comment. That's my brother, man. When I joined the military back in 2009, we did AIT together. So if y'all ever catch a late night Smook episode and y'all hear some crazy stories about some of my military life, this is where it started. This was my brother, but we've stayed in contact. He's been in consistent support. Doesn't really do the college sport thing, but is pulling up to support his brother. Has even put me in line to, make some connections, some network connections. Shout out to my brother, Kerry Crosby, man. My brother, man. Amigo. Lego, man. That's my dog, man. That's my dog, man. He know what time it is. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I love my family, man. Y'all my family, AAA family, but I got family out here too that really been pushing for you, boy, and root for me. And I appreciate it, man. I will never forget where I come from and what I've been through. Really, I will never forget it. And my brother been there through it. But yeah, so that's it for Bama basketball. I think that's it. Now let's kind of go over this story, man, to close this show out today. We right here got about 12 minutes left. Y'all know I'm not a baseball fanatic, right? But I like baseball a lot. The more I'm able to watch it live, the more I'm falling in love with. The more I'm able to go to baseball games, the more I'm falling in love with it. And I hate that I wasn't able to be there for this Alabama versus Oklahoma game. I am mad that I did not get to see this Alabama versus Oklahoma game. So let's get this story up. Alabama versus Oklahoma last night. Let me go get the stats. They won last night. We play today. As a matter of fact, we're teed up right now. We're teed up right now. Alabama, Oklahoma right now. I went over. Hold on. Oklahoma baseball, and I would love to talk trash to Jason if we win. Right? Jason, Hall of Fame Jason. Don't come in checking in late. Hey, my boy 5 Adams said L politicians, W military. Oh man. Are we tipping off? Oh, it's at 12 Eastern. So we about to tip off in a few. We tip off at 1 Central. No? Yeah, we tip off. It tip off at 1 Central, Eastern, 12 Eastern, 1 Central. Right? Or am I tripping? What happened? We don't play today? 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Is there a weather delay? Chat. Give me some love, man. Somebody find out. Help me. Well, let's talk about the game yesterday. Boys went crazy. Let's go play by play. Y'all know how we do. Bats. Alabama won 8-6. And I want to find a walk-off. Here we go. Hopefully we don't get copyrighted for it. That boy Justin LeBron. So I ran into Justin LeBron. What day was that, chat? When I was on campus. That was a Friday. They were at the stadium prepping for that game. And I didn't know him by face. I just knew the name. I just knew the name. And if y'all didn't know that, Malmore facility is primarily for like football operations, but the indoor facility is used by all the athletic teams. Baseball team goes in there, lift, track, softball, all of them go in there to lift and do, get their training done. But they were coming from there, and they were getting on, the little motorbikes that all the students ride. And I didn't realize these baseball players were that big, man. You got a couple guys look like they should be on the football team. But let's look at this little breakdown here. I'm gonna share this with y'all in a second. I got y'all. This is old Snell sharing his little experience with the K Snell chat.
This game with that comeback victory.
Man, we just stayed with our approach and we didn't get too tense in here, and we just trusted our guys that we sent to the plate.
Okay, how does it feel? I mean, you're talking about facing guys, top 10 picks. I mean, Witherspoon was really good.
100%. 100% Big Orange. Welcome in, bro.
Tyson Witherspoon.
I mean, well, my approach was to not swing at the high fastball, but I didn't stay on my approach too much. It just looked too good. But I mean, he's a good pitcher. Credit to him, and he's a JUCO guy, so he got it. He got it from down under. But so kudos to him. But yeah, he's a good pitcher, and we just went out there and ran off our plan, and sometimes he got us, sometimes he didn't.
Well, they just showed highlights of the first at bat, the hit. I thought you were a little crazy taking, rounding first base and going hard, but you showed supreme athleticism. Talk to me about that slide.
Yeah, and what, guys? You know what's becoming a trend in baseball for everybody that's like locked into baseball? I know when I used to watch baseball, I didn't, especially at the collegiate level and at the professional, I never saw the aggressiveness, the level of aggressiveness in base running like I'm seeing now. And I think that's adding another level of excitement to the game of baseball. I mean, let's be honest, baseball is a sport that you go to and you really have to go to the setting and enjoy it because of what's happening around everything. Football only captures a small box view of what's happening on the diamond. So I love going to the games, but I've been able to go and watch my stepson and his games, right? And I love going and watching these games, man. I really, like, if my car wasn't messed up, I probably would have woke up this morning and just went to the baseball field to watch youth games because the aggressive base running nature, stealing bases, is so entertaining now. You see some of the athleticism that it really requires in baseball. For a while, it was limited to the guys on the infield, the outfielders. You had one or two designated runners on the team. But now I'm learning as I continue to learn the game. I've always played baseball, right? Never organized, but I've always been able to play it. I have an understanding of the basics of it. But the more I understand, like, the schematics behind it, philosophies, what you're looking for when scouting, like, I'm learning all of these things. And I'm like, man, I might just go and get me a young group of guys, of athletes that want to play football and convince them to play baseball. Because you could lateral quickness, that the hand-eye coordination, we know that you're going to get that from baseball, but there's a lot of things you can do as far as philosophy in baseball now that created to make it a little bit more exciting game. And it's a risk reward type thing, but you get players that believe in it, you train for it, teach them the right techniques to do things right. You get real risky, it can become a fun game. But Alabama has become a team, I think, stolen bases right now. We're like 17 ahead of where we were last year.
So
7 to 10 ahead of where we were last year.
That was my first
7 to
time
10.
ever trying to do a swim move, and obviously you saw I put a little too much pressure into the dirt because I went past second, but he didn't hold the tag and ended up.
Coach Smook is a genuine nice person. You can tell he goes about himself in the right way. I ain't gonna say I'm nice all the time, bro, but I'm a real genuine person, authentic.
But it was such a good swim move. You knew you were there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well,
appreciate you, my guy.
What else can you say about the performance of Justin LeBron? Had the home run tonight, but you got to be proud of him.
Tennessee fan checking in chat. Our resident Tennessee fan. We got Texas fans too.
He's up there with the best players I've ever played with, and he's just as good of a guy off the field, and it shows in this dugout, it shows off the field, it shows on the field. I mean, to me, he's the total package.
Okay, the Crimson Tide get the victory in Game 1 of the series. Just thank you for the time you've given us.
God bless y'all. Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. Shout out to that guy, man, Cade. Shout out to the Bama baseball team. And I'm trying to get confirmation. So is Bama baseball playing today, chat? At noon. It should have been going on right now if they were. I'm trying to find it real quick, chat. Eight runs, 12 hits is elite. I'm learning, man. Don't judge me, man. I'm learning. So we got, today the 29th at 12 p.m. Central. It is now 12 p.m. on SEC Network. Can we listen into it right now live? Let's see if we can listen to it on the Varsity Network. Y'all know I'm gonna act up if this works. Y'all know I'm gonna act up. Hold on. Hold on, chat. I'm gonna just try this before we close the show out because we might be on to something.
Who'd been the leadoff hitter, moved down in the order. He had a productive game, getting on base with walks. And hit the ball hard twice to second base. 1-0 pitch. Inside corner strike.
No way we're gonna be able to sit here and listen to the baseball game together from now on.
So it may look a little odd when fans arrive to the ballpark, see the different lineups we've seen, really going back to Tuesday night.
Can y'all hear that, chat?
Against North Alabama.
W's in the chat if you can hear that.
And the
W's in the chat if you would love to see that.
Right behind
I love to have that here on the network.
1-2.
I would probably do it on TikTok,
So
but yeah.
far, the moves really paying off for
TikTok.
Rob Vaughn and the Crimson Tide.
Come on, chat.
Vaughn
That's
in his
lit.
second year as Alabama's head coach after a distinguished tenure at the University of Maryland. Assisted by first base coach Mike Morrison, third base coach Anthony Papio. Right now, he's staring at second base at Will Plattner. The 1-2. Fastball high and outside. Good extension by Carmichael to his right.
I hear it.
Make sure he caught that baseball. Otherwise,
hey,
that's
so
to the backstop.
because we know now,
Plattner moves
we're
to
not
third.
gonna waste much time with it. We know now that we know that we had it, we're gonna be able to do that now. It's baseball season. That means content. Chat. Once again, I appreciate y'all for being here and supporting the Coach Smook Network, man. If you haven't already, make sure you have liked and shared the stream. If you're not a subscriber already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We definitely appreciate each and every one of you for supporting, right? If anything, y'all, continue to just like. I'm not in the business of doing promos for memberships right now, guys. I want us to be seen. That's ill. That's all I want to do. I just want us to be seen because we have something special that we're providing. April 15th, we launch a whole new content drive / initiative, right? April 15th, we launch a whole new content drive / initiative. We're going to be bringing our recruiting segments, full episodes. Going to have be making high school visits, right? We're going to be doing all of that. Starting April 15th, we got some spring games that we're going to be going to and providing some coverage and reactions for. Right? We got some college visits, campus visits we're going to be making this off season. Bevo is so. Then we also got 7-on-7 tournaments. Going to be all over them this in the Southeast region. We were trying to go West Coast. Didn't get it pretty ironed out. It won't be a team thing if we do. It'll be a solo thing if I do make a West Coast trip. But all the Southeast regional 7-on-7, big name 7-on-7 circuits, we're going to have our hands in them. We're going to have a real tight-knit relationship with the class of 26, 27, 28, 29 recruiting classes when it comes to football. And then also I have an opportunity to go and I'm going to look at a travel basketball team. Coach Smook might be pulling up and coaching a travel basketball team here in Montgomery, Alabama. This is a team that I'm familiar with from my playing days, the organization they're trying to revamp. So I was presenting myself as just a content media driving opportunity, but I would like to document this coaching journey because a lot of these players on this team, this 12U team, I think with some development, some consistency, and some opportunities placed in front of them to get outside of the city of Montgomery, Alabama, I think they're going to be able to be some high quality prospects. And 2 of them play football. Haven't seen their travel ball stuff yet, but we're just networking, y'all, trying to grow, trying to continue to help in this sports entertainment industry, blazing our own trail and trying to create some positive exposure for just everything surrounding sports media entertainment. I'm your boy Coach Smook, and as always, man, if you haven't, like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out our merch in the chat. You want to join the family and become a member of the channel, links in the chat. It's on the description on the channel. You can also join our Discord. Make sure we get our Discord link out there today, chat. Don't forget to join the Discord. Discord is where you can stay up to date on any time we're live. If you don't get a notification, go check out Discord, and don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. Check out all the VODs on YouTube, man. Go check out all the VODs on YouTube. And if you want to see all the practice for all my Bama fans, you want to see the practice footage coverage, the practice footage, AL.com has their links up. You can always go to them. They're reliable source, Bama Central, and then Alabama Athletics on YouTube. Go check them out, man. But don't forget, we also have our prayer room in Discord. All right, Discord. If you're going through something, we are a faith-based community. Not saying we're perfect, but we are forgiving, and we share a faith to support each other. So if you need prayer, tap in over there on the Discord, submit a prayer request in our prayer room, and somebody is always praying, man. We always praying. I'm always praying. If ain't nobody else praying, I'm going to be praying. You request prayer, we're going to pray with you. But with that being said, I'm your boy Coach Smook, man. And when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Much love, everybody.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.